Hey everybody, it's Susie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my craft room. I cannot believe it, but in less than 2 weeks on YouTube I have over 100 subscribers. I cannot tell you how excited I am. It's just such an honor that y'all have subscribed to my channel and that you're supporting me. So I have a giveaway for my 100 subscribers, and I don't even know, today is Monday, and so what I'm going to do is on Friday, I'll go till Sunday, and on Sunday I'll do the random comment picker if I can figure out how to do that. I'm so new to this, I'm not sure if I know how, but if not, then I'll put everybody's name in a hat and draw one out. And so I need you to be a subscriber, and please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this giveaway, plus the work that I've been doing. I'm just overwhelmed at how many subscribers I have already. It's such an honor. Thank you so much. Okay, without further ado, I want to show you what I am going to be giving away. It just kept getting bigger and bigger. It wasn't supposed to, but it just did. I was so excited to reach 100, and I had been working on this in preparation, but I didn't realize it was going to happen so fast. And during my excitement, I just kept putting more and more embellishments on it and going, and finally I just had to find a stopping point. So this is what I'm going to be giving away. This is vintage trim, lace trim, and so I've got it just tied on there, and it's wrapped around twice, and it can be removed. Now, this was, like I said, not supposed to end up this big, and this right here is like a little folio, and it is supposed to have tags and things like that in there. There's 2 pockets on this side, there's 2 pockets here, and there's a pocket here. And this was supposed to fold up around the journal like that, and just be like a nice little folio to put the embellishments for the journal in. Well, it got so big that this will not wrap around the journal, but I will be including this folio. I cannot possibly add any more embellishments to it, or the journal is just not going to fit in there at all. So I will leave that to whoever gets this to fill it with embellishments if they so choose to do that, or put pictures, or plane tickets, whatever they want to, they can put in here. Okay, so now to the journal. This is vintage lace, and this is some lace that I actually got off of a piece of clothing. This is vintage trim right here. Of course, you have a bow and some bling. This says this journal belongs to, and some beautiful, beautiful flowers from one of Shabby Dabby Doodah's kits. Okay, so we open it up, and we have a pocket here with a journaling tag in there. And of course, you got plenty of room to write there as well. Now on this side, just put a piece of vintage lace right here, a little bit of bling, and the word beauty. I have a little booklet, and you just untie it, and you open it up, and there's a little envelope here that you can put something in, and then some little writing pages in here. Uh-oh. Yeah, my pages are kind of sticking. I didn't check my glue too good. So then we'll just close that back up. I'm sorry for my voice and the issues that I'm having, but I've been fighting asthma. All night last night I woke up with a pretty severe asthma attack, and been fighting it all day today. I took a breathing treatment just before I came so that I wouldn't have problems. So please excuse my voice and me clearing my throat, and I may end up coughing or something. I apologize in advance for that. Okay, moving on. The next page is just a little pocket, and I put 2 little journaling tags in there. Of course, you can journal on there. I have a butterfly and a little bit of bling, and all of these pages came from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, her kits. This was a part of her kit. and also the butterfly. So most of the things in here are Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah. She's got beautiful, beautiful things. Of course, I have some sheet music, a little journaling spot. I believe that's a little cigarette card, or a matchbox top, I think, and then a little cigarette card. I put a little piece of flour and some bling there. And then on this page, this is just a little journaling spot, a pocket, that you can obviously journal on, and a tag. And I put some cigarette cards there attached there, and they're just, beautiful. You can also add, more to this pocket. Of course, it's going to make it bigger. And then on this, there's some vintage lace and some vintage little pearl kind of trim, a little journaling spot, another little journaling spot, and, of course, room there. Then I turn the page, and, of course, this is acetate, and I have some vintage lace with some pearl trim up here. You open this up, and of course, you have journaling space that's been stamped on some decorative paper, and it's just some pink ribbon. And obviously, there's, pages that you can journal on in here. I tried to leave plenty of journaling spaces. Of course, there's vintage lace behind here, a little label, some pearl trim, and just a little bit of bling. And then on this side, I have a pocket with a little tag, journaling tag in there. A little bit of vintage lace and the word cherish. And then on this side, this is a little pocket, with the tag in it. Just a little piece of sheet music, some little, some kind of little lace thing, a flower and some bling. This is some vintage fabric, and then a label that says a moment lasts all of a second, but the memory lives on forever. Sorry, it's hard to read upside down. And then I just put a little tab here, and you open it up, and there's plenty of journaling space here. And then on this side, there's just a little flower banner with the word love on it. Then we have a tuck spot, and I put 2 journaling cards. And again, these are from, different kits of Tina at Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah. And then we turn the page, and we have another little tuck, and I placed a journaling card in there as well. You can journal on here. And then on this side, of course, there's a pocket with a tag, with a piece of vintage trim on there. And I'm playing on the back so that you can journal. There we go. And then we turn the page, and this is just kind of a fun little thing. This is from a vintage placemat, and I put it on top of the pocket that I made for the tag, and then I stamped a little bird and put it there. And then I made a tag for this, and just put a little twine on there. And then I put a little twine bow. And this paper was actually from a paper pad. I just thought it went good, and it was fun. All right, on this page I just made a little flower to put here. This was just a button, a fussy cut little button. And of course I have a little envelope here with a journaling card in it. Of course you could add another one if you like. You could, decorate the back of this envelope, maybe stamp on it or whatever. And then I put a little stamp. It says Butterfly Rose on it. And then on this page, there's a little corner tuck spot. It's just actually one. And then I put a little piece of sheet music, some, oh my goodness, my mind went blank, cheesecloth, and then just a little journaling card that's attached, a little more cheesecloth and some bling. And then I put some vintage lace back here and a beautiful distressed bow here. And then on this page I have a butterfly, and I think this butterfly came from Tracy Fox, I think. And then I have a pretty label here, Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah, on some vintage lace trim. I made a tuck spot here with a beautiful journaling card, and these papers are all from Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah. Now on this page there's a nice journaling spot. I put some vintage lace and a label that is a pocket and just a little journaling card. And on this page it just says moments. I left plenty of journaling space and a label, and then some vintage trim with some lace on top. And then on this page I have some coffee dyed paper with a little piece of lace and a little cigarette card. Another piece of that vintage lace with just a little label, and you pull this up and you can journal on here. You can add journaling space on here. I just thought that was so beautiful I didn't want to cover it up. And so on this page I just have some vintage lace with beautiful flowers, and then plenty of room for journaling. And on this page, this is remember, and I just did some scripty stamp on some coffee dyed paper. I put some vintage lace trim up here, an envelope, with a little stamp, and then a journaling card inside. And these are from some kits from Shabby Dabby Doo Dah. And then on this side I made a pocket, and I put a little piece of the vintage lace on there with a little label, and a tag with some vintage trim for the little tab, and a journaling card, and then a pretty crocheted butterfly. And then on this page I just made a little pocket and put 2 little tickets for journaling in there. Plenty of journaling space here, and a label. And then on this page, this is a couple of pockets for the tags. There's actually 2 pockets, and then I made some tags, and this is eyelash trim up here. And so I just put a couple of tags in each pocket. And I just think that's a cute, fun little page. And of course I put the vintage lace on the edge. And then, this is not really a tag, it's attached back here, but I did put a little piece of vintage trim on there. And then I left this page for journaling. I did put a little vintage trim and some bling. And of course this is the vintage lace that's wrapped around. And then on this page I left journaling space on this whole page. I made a little flower fussy cut tuck, and I just tucked in a little journaling card. You can use it for a photo mat back here, put photos in. Any of these pages can be used as photo mat. Same on this page, it can be a photo mat. You can do journaling or what have you. Just beautiful, beautiful papers. And on this page I put a label with a little embroidered flower, and then I put some vintage lace up here with a distressed no, actually this is a coffee dyed bow, and then this is this paper actually came from a paper pad. I don't know which one, and I just made a little flippy book that you can journal in, and then the whole page back here for journaling. The next page I left blank for journaling or for a photo mat, and then on this page I made a pocket. I have some pearl trim here. I put a tag in here. And this paper right here came from a paper pad. I think it was a Tim Holtz, but I'm not positive about that. And it's just a journaling card with some eyelash trim here. I did put a little piece of scrap fabric and some bling here, a label on some vintage lace. And then this page is for journaling, obviously. And then I put some of that vintage lace here and here. And this is a pocket from Shabby Dabby Doo Dah. I just love this look of that, and I just made a little tag, put some vintage lace here, and left that blank for you to journal on, so there's plenty of journaling space. I tried to leave this with a good amount of journaling space. And then this page I left blank for journaling space. There's some vintage lace with some bling, and then I used some inks and just colored that little crocheted flower and put a little pearl on it. And this page was just kind of a random put together of bits. I have some sheet music and a little label and a cigarette card. And then over here is a little piece of sheet music with some vintage doily and just a ticket with the label. And then I stuck 2 little journaling cigarette cards in here. And then another little space that you can journal on. This page I left for a photo mat or for journaling. And then this page is vintage trim, and this paper came from one of Shabby Dabby Doo Dah's kits. So did the stamp, and then of course I stamped the little postal thing on there. And then this is a little flip up pad for journaling space, and then also on the back. The next page is another little kind of a combination of things. I put some vintage lace back here, just a label, another little label, a cigarette card, and that's on some of that vintage trim and vintage lace. And on this page, this paper came from a paper pad, and this is just some kind of trim that I have. I put a label from Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is a matchbook little spot for journaling. And then on this page is a vintage lace, and it's covered. I attached it to paper because this lace, sometimes when I would work with it, it kind of fall apart. It's really, really old. And then on this, I just distressed it and stamped some scripty stamp on there. Then I put a tag in there with vintage lace little tab. And then on this page, this is just a picture you can journal on here. I've got a little piece of doily, some sheet music, and a little feather. And then this has a tag in it. And, of course, you can add to it or what have you. And then there's a journaling card, because this is a tuck here, a pocket here. And then the next page, it's for journaling spot or for a photo mat, a little label, some vintage lace, and some bling. And then on this page, this paper came from a paper pad, I believe. And then I just put some cheesecloth with a label, some vintage lace, and just some little flower embellishments, some more of that little trim. I made a tag here, and I just put some of that vintage fabric and plenty of journaling space. And then you open this up, and all this is left for journaling. Okay, now we're to the last page. And then this I left for journaling, and I put some vintage trim, lace, and vintage trim, and then I just put some type of eyelash trim here. And I really, really like that. And this has a little bit of washi tape. I just thought that was really cute. Oh, I didn't show you this page. I'm sorry, I skipped one. This is journaling page, as well as this, and then you can open this card up and write on that. And that is held with the washi tape, which I think is cute with this and with this paper. And then this is the very last page, and it's for journaling. And then this is a little flip down envelope, and it does have a little journaling card in there for you to journal on. And then the back, and of course that is a piece of vintage lace, and I think it is just absolutely beautiful. I'm really, really proud of this. Again, I'm going to include this folio with it. Like I said, I did not intend for it to be this big, but I think it's beautiful, and the folio would be beautiful absolutely on its own. Maybe make some little journals to stick in the pockets. There's lots of possibilities, but it was made for this, and I'm going to send it with this to whoever wins this. So I'm going to just wrap this back up. And tie me a little bow right here. So, like I said, I just need you to be a subscriber, and please leave me a comment. You can comment on anything. You can tell me what you would like for me to make, what you'd like for me to do or see more of. I've been, working kind of on a beginner junk journaling series for folks. Plus, I'm honoring G. Kerr this month, and I'm working on some other journals, and, some other things for giveaways and obviously for sale. So, anyway, I will see y'all later, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me. It just means more than you could possibly know. This community is just so loving and great. So, good luck to all the entrants, and on Sunday, say at noon on Sunday, I'm going to close it out, and I will do my drawing then. Thank you. Y'all take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.